enough, Twisted Sister. Hi guys, how are we? It's Friday, November 18th. We're on our morning commute here in Los Angeles, me and Pablo. Yeah, Pablo's doing good today. Pablo got a fresh bounty of air today, so he's actually not sitting in his seat quite that great. I had to stuff him in there, but he's there, right, buddy? Right, buddy? All right. Oh, he's just chilling. I'm in a new car today. Hold on a second. Let me turn on this music. Sorry. I'm in a different car today, so it took me a while to find like the right vent placement and things. So apologies for starting at 8:27, but glad you guys are here. You know what's weird about driving in someone else's car is a few things. And I hate when someone borrows my car and does these, but I had to change, the way the seat was. I had to change the mirrors. There's nothing worse than when someone messes with your own personal settings. You're just like, man, don't mess with my car. And I know they have like preset, you can do all that stuff, but whatever. So TJ is gonna have to fix all that because I've changed about every freaking thing in this spaceship that I possibly could. Yeah, and I don't know how to use half the shit. Oh, and then I'm driving and your butt buzzes when a car, like you're about to hit a car, you get near a car. That's great, but like, how does that help you? How, like, if you're getting a buzz in your car, then aren't you distracted from what you're doing? I'm sure many of you guys have cars like this. I'm just trying to think of like who thought that was more appropriate to put in a vehicle. But I know we shouldn't text and drive, I get that, but I'm just saying, the buzzing in the butt, not digging it. Huge distraction for me. I'm also that chick that's like, oh, shiny, squirrel, shiny. So it's easy to distract me. Cool. Well, happy Friday, everyone. I'm glad that you're on. Hi, Bridget. And we have a couple topics today. I know we have Thanksgiving next week, so a lot of you will be off. So hopefully you guys are all off, sitting, having breakfast on Friday morning with your food coma, and then you'll just tune in because I'm going to do a live podcast. And what's going to be fun about that one is I'll be at my dad's. So if I can get my dad on my podcast, that would be amazing, because he thinks all the social media thing is kind of ridiculous, which it is, but come on, Pop, it's 2016. And you know what he snuck this on me. Have any of your parents done this? I'm on my Instagram, and I guess, the algorithms, they figure out who you know and things like that. And I see like it says, you may know this person. And it's my Pop. I'm like, Pop, when did you get an Instagram? He's like, I started it like months ago. He doesn't really post anything, but I'm thinking, Mr. don't, believe in social media. And then there he is with his own Instagram. Granted, he has 2 pictures on there, and they're all related to volleyball, which is great, but anyhow, I think I'm going to reel him in. What'd be funny is to, I wonder if he'd like Snapchat. I don't think the older generation does Snapchat very well. You want to know why? Because no one freaking cares. I've also almost kind of given up on Snapchat. It's like, I don't know. There's just too many. There's too many platforms. I can't keep up with them all. I try to do that Vine and the Vidi and all that, and it's just like, I don't have time. So what did I want to talk about? Oh, so at a really cool thing happening tomorrow, Saturday the 19th, is the Young Women's Honors Award Show that Gina Rodriguez, for all of you that know her, she was in Deepwater Horizon, Philly Brown, and of course my favorite TV show, Jane the Virgin. If you haven't seen Jane the Virgin, you guys need to go see it. It's on the CW. I will say it's, oh, sorry guys. I see why I'm in dead stop traffic. They shut down the freeway. This is great. I love when they shut down the freeway on my morning Friday commute. Oh, sorry. See, sidetracked. So Gina Rodriguez is hosting and producing the Young Women's Honors. And what it is, it's this amazing award show that honors women that are doing extraordinary things. And I'll link the link in once I'm done with all of this. It will air on the CW December 19th. However, we are filming it tomorrow. And it's kind of like, as we're pitching it, it's kind of like Kennedy Honors meets CNN Heroes. So really special, landmark type of award show that she created. And I'm such a big Gina Rodriguez fan that I'm so excited to go and so excited to see and feel the energy from these powerful women that are, doing things in science, tech, philanthropy, entertainment, arts. It's just so cool. But back to you guys on Jane the Virgin. If you haven't seen it, I want you guys to check it out. It's basically like watching a telenovela, like a soap opera in Spanish, but it's, this is in English. And I grew up watching, oh, tell Penny I say hi, Gabby. Hi. Hey, I know her. Oh, my cousin, little Penny. Sorry, sidetracked again, guys. So Penny is this adorable, how old is Penny, Gabby? Forget how old she is. But my cousin, Gabriella and Ronnie, it's their youngest daughter. And she's one of these, like, too cool kids. So when I come up to her and I'm like, Penny, hi, you'll get this look. And then she'll give you your hug, but then she secretly, like, you can see that she enjoys it. So she's my favorite kid to hug. But this kid's just so cute, adorable, little rock star. She's like this little cute wahine, like surfer, skater kid. And anyhow, but back to Jane the Virgin. I grew up watching soap operas, telenovelas with my mom and my grandma. It's like, basically it helps you with your Spanish if you watch soap operas in Spanish. They talk so fast. They do a little slower than in real life, but they talk slow. Oh, look, there's the accident, and there's all the traffic. Look, it's not even bothering you people, and you're just looking. You just keep driving. And it really helps with your Spanish. So I grew up watching that with my grandmother, and they're so dramatic. Like, que lástima! Ah! And there's a lot of heavy breathing, and there's a lot of close-ups, and you know how soap operas are. Well, Spanish soap operas take it to another level. I mean, there's always someone getting brought back to life, some son somewhere screwing some mom some other where, trying to take over some other empire. It's incredible. So Jane the Virgin's kind of a fun spin-off of that. And the other character that's in there, Jaime Camil, he's actually a Spanish actor that I've seen in novellas, and he's a singer, and he's great. So if you haven't, check out Jane the Virgin. There's some cheesy parts to it, guys. I'm not talking, like, this isn't Sopranos, like, this isn't serious stuff. It's on the CW. So anyways, check it out. Check out my girl Gina. It's freaking hilarious. Okay, so Young Women's Honors tomorrow. Super excited. I have to see what I'm allowed to tweet and Snapchat, but maybe I can I'll have to ask the powers that be, but maybe I could Facebook Live. I'll have to talk to our social media people. So anyways, lots of fun. I'll be telling you guys more about how that goes off next week. Oh, Penny's 6. She's only 6? Man, she's like 6 in like a 18-year-old brain. Anyhow, so next week is Thanksgiving. What are you guys all doing? I know what I'll be doing. I'll be going down to San Diego. Super excited about that. Go see my pops and his beautiful wife Jody, and then all of my my family. So I'm really excited about that. What's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving? A lot of people say food and family. Ham. Sorry, mine's ham. I mean, I love seeing my family, but I mean, like, ham is my life. Ham and bacon. Hold on, this thing's getting all jacked up. Ah! Hold on, guys. I'm upset that I won't be able to see my LA family, the Pachecos or the Lopez's, but hold on a second, guys. This thing is ridiculous. See, this is another reason why you don't take someone else's car. Sorry about that. So Thanksgiving next Thursday, got it. This Sunday, I told you guys about this last week. This Sunday, I would love if anyone would like to come out with me to go volunteer for the Watts Bears second annual Thanksgiving dinner. Hey guys, sorry I didn't wear the shirt today. I was in a rush and I didn't grab the shirt. So you can check out my Instagram though, guys. They have these really cute little V-neck Watts Bear shirts. But on Sunday, we're going to be at 1501 East 103rd Street in Los Angeles, 90002, and we're going to be feeding the homeless and people that, you know, are less fortunate than probably you guys on Facebook. So if you're listening and you're in town in LA and you want to join me, it's going to be from 12 to 4. Let's volunteer and let's, you know, I don't know, even if you, like, you know, I think another thing is just talking to someone. Like, when you go walk through life and you meet someone new. Alright, this thing's gonna freaking piss me off. Okay. So when you guys meet someone new in life, don't you want to change them for when they leave you? Wouldn't you love it if you could elevate their mind or elevate their experience with you? So when they walk away, they're like, man, I had a really good experience with that person. That's how I always am. I mean, I try to, anyone that I see, make them smile, make them laugh, because, I don't know, I always feel like, what does that person walk away from when they talk to you? Like, how do they feel after they've had a chat with you or had a dealing with you? You know, it's kind of like that whole thing, like, don't go to sleep angry. I don't know, just don't leave someone that you talk to, you know, in a tiff. So anyways, if you can smile at someone and they smile back, then you've changed their life for that one moment. So again, if you're in town this Sunday, it'd be so cool if you could join us for the Watts Bears and the LAPD. We're going to be feeding the homeless. Last year I think they did 200. I think we might be expecting 300 meals. Like, that's amazing. And this is just one location. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that are doing this, but there's 200 to 300 meals. That's 200 to 300 people that aren't having a Thanksgiving dinner. So it's going to be something really special. I am going to Facebook Live at that time, so that should be fun. So you guys can join in for those that can't make it. But you got 2 legs, 4 wheels, or two tires for a bike, come on down. Again, it's 1501 East 103rd Street. I will link that information below when this is done. So yeah, come join me, guys. And then let's go on to remember I was talking to you about how you impact someone's life. Let me tell you about something. So LA parties, let's talk about LA. Oh, excuse me. LA out here, you know, there's, you know, you could go to a bar where, you know, you just meet randoms. You could go to a house party. It doesn't really matter. You're gonna kind of have this experience. I'm going to tell you. So last week, one of my good buddies invited me and TJ to a friend's birthday party. So it's at this bar. I'm not gonna tell you guys because if one of you guys were there, sorry. But we go to this bar and it's, you know, there's celebrities, there's some models, some directors, actors, whoever, right? To me, I don't care who you are. Like, I don't work a room to be like, how can you help me out? That's exactly how everyone does everything in LA though. They're always scheming and trying to see like, hey, how can you help out my career? And it's like, some people, when you go to a party, that's why a lot of, you know, people don't go to these events because they don't want to get the hustle. And I get you got to do the hustle, but there's a tact for that, and there's an etiquette, and just some people don't do it, which brings me to the point that at these Hollywood parties, no one freaking talks to anyone outside of who they know. So this girl invites, let's say it's 150 people of her closest friends, right? And they probably have plus ones that she doesn't know. And it's still going to be a close-knit friend, right? I suspect if I invited you guys to my party, you're not going to invite a total, like, idiot, right? So there's still good people. So I feel like at these parties, you should expand your pool of friends, or talk to someone new. My rule of thumb is you should talk to at least 3 new people at every party. And that doesn't always happen with other people. So I'm sitting there looking around, and everyone's in these little like clusters of 6 or 7. And there's about, when I first walk in, there's like 8 of these clusters. I was like, I feel like we're on the playground. Like, remember in high school when you were all at like wherever you had lunch, in the cafeteria or like outside in the yard, there was like your little clusters of like little groups, almost like little gangs. That's what I felt like this party was. So I was like, oh my God. All right, let's go get a drink. So I'm sitting at the bar, and these 2 guys are in front of me, and there's 2 guys behind me. And I thought, I'm just going to say hi. I'm going to be that chick. Yeah, I was that chick. And I was like, hey guys, I was like, how do you know? I forget the girl's name. I don't know her. Again, I was someone's +1. And they're like, oh, we used to do whatever with her. I think she was a stylist. I worked with her on a show, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. And I was like, oh, where are you from? This guy had an English accent. Oh, I'm from here. Sorry, my chair just buzzed. See, this is stupid. And they were just like, oh, nice to meet you. And he says to me, you know, people in LA don't introduce themselves. I appreciate you introducing yourself to me. And I was like, absolutely, why wouldn't I? So I met 2 people just in that moment. And then of course I look behind me, and I look at the guy, and I was like, hi. And he kind of rolled his eyes like, oh my God, this chick's gonna talk to me, like, fuck. So again, there's some people that just don't want to meet new people, and there's some people that do. So that's the problem with these Hollywood parties. No one wants to talk to other people. And I wasn't even hustling. I was just trying to find like people to laugh with, or people that, you know, share a bevy with. So I don't know what's going on. There's too many people that I don't know, just don't give a you know what about others in this world. So that's my rant. It was a fun party. Me, TJ, our friend, and a couple of his friends had a great time. Really, really good time, actually, to be in fact. But I was just kind of disappointed. I felt like a lot of those parties just, it's like, why bother? Okay, so another thing, speaking of parties. So how many of you have your office holiday parties yet? I know, it's only it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but most companies have their, you know, Christmas parties or holiday parties for the PC people that can't say it's a Christmas party because someone's going to get offended. I can't wait for the company Christmas party. Here's why. We all know that there's always train wrecks that show up at these Christmas parties. Oh, it's so much fun. I remember 2 years ago, for many of you that are on, you may have joined me and TJ when we threw a ugly sweater Christmas party. It was so much fun, and our ugly sweaters, which I made by myself, I felt like a Christmas tree. It was just incredible, but it was so much fun. But again, there's always shenanigans that happen, and the next morning you find someone sleeping on your couch, and you're kind of like, what happened last night? So I'm excited for holiday parties. But again, what happens at holiday parties should stay at holiday parties. But maybe I'll have some fun stuff to talk about. I don't know. I'm so excited. You know, when you see the people at work, you're like, oh, that's the accountant, or that's the receptionist, and they're so quiet. And then you see them at the party, and they're like, yeah! They like haven't been out of the house in weeks because they've just been working like 80 hours a week. Maybe they bring their boyfriend they just got in a fight with. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait. Yikes. All right. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think we should probably throw a T- Productions Christmas party now that I think about it. Stay tuned, because that could be fun. what else was I going to tell you guys? Oh, so I read this article today, and remember, well, I've told you even this morning with the Watts Bears and LAPD working with the youth down in Watts, and they have a program just helping these kids, you know, through sports and just empowering them, right? So that's something great that we hear about, which we don't hear about a lot, right? We're always just hearing about how negative cops are and things like that. Well, I just read another great article. Of course, it was like 6 pages down on CNN or I might have got it from ABC. And what it is this, they were in, what is it? Hold on. Vallejo, which is in Northern California. And this cop saw this teen walking early in the morning and late at night. Sorry, again, I got distracted. There's like a whole convoy of military vehicles. So, saw this teen walking in the morning and in the late at night, walking the streets, and especially in this industrial area. And he just was kind of like, that seems strange that this young kid, this kid was, he's in high school. No, I take it back, he's not in high school. Maybe he was 19 or 20 because he had a job. And I know if you're going to high school, you probably can't have a job. So, young kid. And so he stopped him, you know, and I'm sure this poor kid's like super nervous too. You get a cop pull up on you and like, hey man, I want to talk to you for a second. I know I could be doing nothing wrong, and like cops just, it makes me nervous. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm always getting in trouble. Maybe. But he says, hey, you know, I see you walking every day, every morning and every night, walking these streets. What's going on? What's your story? This guy's like, well, I work at this plant that's in this industrial area, and my car broke down and I can't afford another car, so I have to walk to work. And the cop asks him like, oh, well, where do you live? Apparently this kid lives 2 hours away on foot. So he's walking 2 hours every morning and every night to get to work. So this cop was just so touched by it. He went back to his department, talked to the powers that be. They couldn't buy him a car, but they could afford him. They bought him a bike. I think they spent like $500, bought this kid a bike, and they, I think even in the article, the guy said, I think it kind of scared him because when they rolled up, a couple cop cars came to go deliver this bike, and I think they said like the kids kind of seemed nervous, which again, 2 cops pulling you over while you're walking, a little nerve-wracking, especially with all the negative news we get. And they give him the bike and they say, you know what, we want to just give this to you to say thank you, or, you know, to kind of just, not thank you, it was like more of like an encouragement, like you're doing something good. You're getting a job, you're trying to keep it, you're not taking, you know, you're not doing things that kids your age do, you know, which is not working, drug dealing. I mean, this is it wasn't a really great area where this kid was walking, and they just were just so touched by this kid and his work ethic. And I was like, that is so awesome. Why is this 6 pages down? So to the police force up in Vallejo, I think that's so freaking awesome. We need more of that. And it doesn't have to be cops, people. It can be just regular, like you and me. Just do something better for someone. I can't stress enough about that. Hold on, I see a couple. Hi, Mom. Oh, hey, Jessica. Hi, Taylor. Okay, so Taylor is my nephew, and I think he's 2 now, and he's so cute. He used to call me, he couldn't say my name. He could, but he'd go, Lauren. Like every time, everyone, hi TJ, hi Mom, Lauren. It was like the hilarious thing. I was like, why do I sound like a monster? Anyhow, maybe it was, who knows what it was. But hey guys, okay, a couple other things, because I am getting close to work again at a glacier pace, 4 miles per hour, not even over the hill yet. Ridiculous. If anyone in the west side knows of any great amazing places to move, please text me or message me, because this hour and 45-minute 2-hour drive just ain't kicking it anymore for me. Oh, the freaking time change too. So I wake up and it's bright, which is great, right? I wake up at 4:30, 4:45 every morning, get my workout on, yeah, and then get ready and come to work. So it's light out, great. It doesn't make me feel like a loser waking up that early. But the worst thing is I feel like a loser when at 5 p.m. it's dark. I'm at work and I'm like, man, I've been working so hard. I look at is it time to go to home yet? And it'll be like 5:03. It's like the worst. I hate time change because when you get out of work and it's just pitch black, you feel like you didn't accomplish anything. Let's say that you weren't even working that day. You feel like you accomplished nothing when it gets dark early. And I heard, and forgive me, I could be wrong, but I thought there was a statistic that said if we didn't do the time change, like kind of like what Arizona does, you actually save money. Like with the street lights going on earlier or later or however. I don't know the exact, so I'm really ignorant right now. But I think it's actually more cost effective to not change the time. So how do we make that happen? Just saying. Sorry, this car makes some noises. Last week I took the carpool a couple times. Oh, I know, it's so scary. I just got my bill yesterday. I think it's $490 or $409. No, $490. So for all of you that are single, not ready to mingle, I mean single in the carpool lane, yeah, that's gonna cost you a nice $490. $490. Pablo, do you got any money? I mean, you were kind of a culprit too because you have no beating heart. Just a shame. But anyways, I did take the carpool last week. I just had to. Like this traffic, it's just, I can't handle it. But I'm in TJ's car and he doesn't have tinted windows. So it's like, how am I supposed to, you know, kind of act like there's a baby in the back seat, you know? Like, oh, I can't. Because there's no tinted windows. So, hey babe, if you're watching, why don't you call Timmy's guy, go get the windows tinted, so then I can actually look like an Uber and ride that carpool lane. Oh my gosh. I know, you guys might think like I'm so mean to this guy. No, TJ's great. In fact, he makes dinner for me every night when I come home. Every night. Can you say the same for your significant other? I don't know. But, yeah, he's been doing some really great things for me lately since I've been working really late. So, thanks, TJ. Thanks, babe. Mwah. Hi, Mom. Yes, I'm in the new Tahoe, and I love it. I don't know if I should give it to TJ back. Like, it's really nice. But I don't like this buzzing of the seat thing. So, if you're going to buy a new one, Mom, I don't know. See if they can, like, take that off, because I'm sure that would freak you out. But you know what was funny? I'll talk about this. He was talking about a Corvette. I don't know, guys. I like the way the new Corvette looks. It's really freaking snappy, but I don't know. I feel like Corvettes are driven by, like, over 50-year-old men, Caucasian men, that are single and live in either Santa Clarita or Newport. I don't know. Anyone? I'm not really into the Corvette, although it looks so sexy. I don't know if it fits me. But, you know, it'd be like if I had 100 cars, it would be like number 12. Maybe it'd be my number 12 car that I'd buy. You know, maybe. I don't know. So I was telling you guys I was reading the news and I stumbled across, oh, what do you say, Mom? Why does it buzz? You can turn it off on the steering wheel. What? You can turn it off on the steering wheel? Hold on, this is genius. See, this is why I do the podcast, so then people can give me life hacks for my car. I wonder, hold on. I'm afraid if I press the button, I'm gonna like eject myself. Oh, collision alert. Yes! Hold on a second, people. Oh, it's off. Wait a minute. Does collision alert, is that what that... Well, we'll see what happens. But thanks, Tim. That was... Or Jess or whoever. I don't know. You guys share the same Facebook. by the way, not to call you guys out, so gotta talk about when couples share the same Facebook account. I won't talk about it today, but we do need to talk about sharing of the account. You know what? Let's just talk about it now. Hey, Tim. Thank you. Cool. Figured it out. All right. To all y'all that share Facebook or Instagram accounts with your significant other, I'm just curious. Why is that? Tell me why it is. I think we've had this conversation before with some of my family members and friends that do share Facebook accounts. I know a lot of couples out there that do. But why is it? I don't know. There's certain reasons I think I know, but I'm just curious. But let's just lay it out there. Is it because you think people are going to reach out to them? Is it like, I don't trust you? I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm just playing devil's advocate, people. There's no filter on this show. I'm just curious why people share. So maybe, bro, you can tell me why people share. Anyhow, okay, so I said I was reading the news. Yeah, I read the news. I don't know about all you guys. I know there's a lot of headline readers people out there. Do you know those people? You know those people that just read the headline and then they're like, oh yeah, so such and such happened. And then you ask them, you're like, oh, did you read the article? Did you read further on what was in that article? Well, I didn't get to it. I don't, like, exactly. You're a headline reader, which means you don't know jack. You're just reading what it's almost like a TMZ headline. You're just reading that and you think you know everything, but in fact, you didn't. And guess what? I have a communications background with broadcast journalism as well, and you need 3 sources to make something a fact. So how many of you are just stuck on, let's say, Fox, right? And I'm not saying either side. And that's all you read. You know what you should do? You should probably read your nemesis's platforms. Read what the people on the other side of the table are saying, because then you get your full picture. Then read what the middle's saying. I'm just saying. People need to read a little bit more. And BuzzFeed is not a news channel at all. I think our news kind of has gone to crap because I think a lot of people will say, oh, I read this great article. I'm like, oh, what was the website? And it was like, popularnews.com. I was like, that's not even a website. Like, what are you talking about? So, anyway, so I read the news and it said, this chick in Russia, actually there's a couple things. Wait, was she in Russia? No, she was in the UK. She's 14 years old and dying of cancer. So sad. But something had to go to court or something where she wanted to be, and I'm going to totally mispronounce this, but she wanted to be frozen. It's not cryogenics, it's called chironics or something. I don't know. I read the article, I just don't know how to pronounce it. Chironics. And they only do it here in the US. So the UK basically had to approve this. So her body, she died in October, and then her body is going to be frozen because she put up a fight that she believed that there's going to be a cure, or if there is a way to bring her back to life down the road, they could do that. And I know we see this in films, and there's all sorts of books and things, even this latest film with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence. I'm trying to remember the name, where they're in space, their bodies get frozen, and then they'll wake up 100 years later. Now those are living people, but this girl's already dead. Could you bring a body back to life? And I know there is some instances, otherwise we wouldn't have, there has been some Frankenstein type, theories out there, but isn't your mind gone? That's what I don't get. She wants to come back, let's say in 100 years. To me, you're already gone, homie. Your soul's done. We've all been to funerals, and we've all seen, you've seen someone, maybe you've been to an open casket funeral. You ever looked at that person? It's not the same person. It's almost it's like a rubber suit, where it's they're light, and I hope their eyes aren't open, but the light in them is not there. So I don't know. I mean, more power to her. She's 14 years old. You know, her parents are spending a boatload to get her frozen, but it's like, she didn't want to be buried in the ground. That was another thing. And I get that. That's fine. But I don't know about getting brought back to life. Like, did the doctor that, like, you know, took their check was like, oh yeah, in about 100 years I'll be dead, but in 100 years, yeah, they'll totally bring you back to life. Got it. Just so strange. It was just like a interesting article. Anyhow, Jess, Tim, you said I'll let Jess explain. Yeah, I'll be talking to you, Jessica, offline about why couples share Facebook and Instagrams. I think I already know the answer, but I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. Hold on, I had something else I wanted to bring up. Oh, is there any movies I should go see this weekend? I've got the Young Women's Honors tomorrow, and then on Sunday, the Watts Bears Thanksgiving dinner. But I'm thinking Sunday afternoon, maybe do a double feature. How's that sound? You know what movie I'm really looking forward to? Sing. Have you guys seen the trailer? It looks so cute. It's basically, it's a kid's movie, but it's probably going to be like the next Frozen, where the kids just love it, and it's singing. I love singing. But I don't think that's out yet. So comment below or message me. Tell me what I should go see, and then I'll do a review for you guys next Friday. And next Friday should be fun. Next Friday is actually going to be a lot of fun because I won't be driving. I'll actually have family in town, so they'll probably think I'm ridiculous, but it's going to be fun. So that's it, folks. I haven't even gone a mile in the last 22 minutes. Yeah. Someone else the other day said, God, you're in traffic that long? How are you so upbeat? How are you so, like, how come you don't, like, that's terrible. And I said, I don't know. Drugs. That's the answer. Lots of drugs. I'm kidding. What I try to do on my time when I'm driving, and you guys should too, is you do Audible. You listen to books, practice another language, because listening to music's great, but I mean, if you're in the car as long as I am, it gets repetitive, and I could be educating myself. So I don't know. I make it fun in the car. Plus, I do a podcast every Friday. That's like all week comes by so quickly, but I always look forward to Fridays with you guys because it's just fun. It's my self-expression. It's Pablo. I mean, look at this guy. Who doesn't love Pablo? He's so handsome, and he's got his little T- shirt on and his hair. It's funny, I brought him into the house yesterday because I had to blow him up. TJ just looks at me like, what? Like, who? Okay. Sometimes I just think he has to roll his eyes. I mean, imagine your girlfriend buying a blow-up doll and then having a podcast with that blow-up doll. Is that normal? It's probably not normal. Yeah. I do know that if I overtake this vehicle, I'm going to have to come up with a better way to hold this phone because these vents suck. So, hey, Chevy manufacturers, here's a couple tips. A couple tips for you from LaurendPacheco. Tip number 1, which Tim already told me, and it's genius. Thank you for making this little button that turns off the buzz in the butt. I appreciate it. But here's a tip. Why don't you make your vents better so then someone can do a Friday podcast and their phone doesn't fall, and then they don't have to hold the phone in their hand while they go 5 miles per hour and then possibly get a ticket for having the phone in their hand. I'm just saying, Chevy, if you want people to be more interactive in their car, you're going to have to make better vents. Just saying. Maybe it's called like the YouTube blogger car, and it's got like the appropriate things for your center, like, you know, the center mirror, you know, like make it better for me, okay? I'm trying to do social media in the car. You guys, your car is just not letting me have it, all right? So come on. By the way, all of you are like, I hope I'm never on the road with Lauren, because this chick's like holding a phone. She's talking to a screen, putting on her makeup. It's true. Do not get around me when I'm on the road. Tell you what. All right. Well, I had such a good time with you guys, and thanks for watching. Comment below. Let me know what movies you want me to see. If there's any topics, any relationship advice. You know I love giving relationship advice because I'm just so all-knowing about that. I mean, let's be honest. I've been divorced. I've had lots of boyfriends. And, yeah, how does that make me an expert? I'm not sure, but guess what? You guys love it. You guys keep asking me. So let me know what you guys want to hear next week, and I'll make sure that happens. Also, be sure to tune in for sure on Sunday between 12 and 4. I'll be Facebook Living at the Watts Bears Thanksgiving dinner. And then tomorrow afternoon, if you're scrolling through Facebook, I may be able to post some things from Young Women's Honors. I just have to get clearance first. But you guys are going to want to see what's going on there. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. And me and Pablo say have a great weekend. All right. Hugs. Talk to you later. Bye.